Good everyone, wherever you are, all over the world. My name is Samuel Lokeshusi. This is the Spirit of Freedom Ministry. I hope you are doing well. It's getting very cold here in America, Illinois precisely. And it's time for jacket. It's time for jacket. And how are you doing? I hope you're good. I couldn't post last weekend because I was feeling very tired. My body was telling me to rest. Don't forget, God worked for 6 days and he rested on the 7th day. I was trying to pull through, but my body was shutting down. It's like, okay, you've been busy all week because I still have a full-time job. I post on the weekends. I try to post on the weekends just to pour into God's people. You know, it's my hobby. It's what I love doing. But I still have a full-time job and I have responsibilities there. So I've been working on this project that has been taking a lot of my time, especially my mental capacity. Anyway, I hope you are doing good. The last video, I talked about unhealthy competition and I stated that Satan was the author. We talked about two people as examples, one that passed the test and one that failed the test of unhealthy competition. And I said in the next video, we shall be talking about the signs of unhealthy competition. I want to advise, competition is not even good. Competition is good, but it is so malleable, as in it is so dangerous. It is an easy way for the enemy to bring hatred, confusion into a loving affair, into a loving environment. So the spirit of competition should be extremely discouraged, even though it has the positive side effect of it. It's positive effect of it. Like it should motivate us to be better. When you see your brother, your sister, your boss, your colleague at work or wherever you are doing well, achieving success, it should inspire you that, okay, success is possible. If this person can achieve this kind of feat, that means I can achieve this kind of feat also. If I put in the extra work and apply almost the same wisdom that this person is doing. So it should be a mirror, a mirror of possibility. Mirror, M-I-R-R-O, I don't mind my R sometimes. It should be a mirror of possibility, not a means of attack. But as good as competition can be, it has a very dangerous negative side. It has a negative side. And the enemy, the devil, loves to pounce on that negative side to sow seed of division against the will of God in a community. I hope you understand what I'm saying now. So we shall be talking about two main signs. The first one is envy. Envy. It gives room for envy. You envy or you are jealous of the rival's blessings. You envy it when the rival is blessed or achieves something. Instead of you to be truly happy for the person, you envy it. And this emotion is often secret. You keep it secret. And this is because you find a way to compare that person to yourself. You find a way in your mind to compare the person's success to yourself. And it triggers insecurities in you. The source of envy is insecurities, pride, and ego. You just feel like, oh, why should this person be this blessed? Why this person should, and you start comparing and contrasting. Okay, I've been working, I've been doing the same thing. This person has not, I have not got it. This person got it. What is this? You start comparing and contrasting, and the devil just adds fire to the thoughts that you've already had. So can you see? It starts from jealousy. It starts from ego. It starts from pride, and it starts from insecurity. It triggers insecurity. And this envy can be expressed in just like 5 ways. It could be more. Number one, you are not genuinely happy for the so-called rival. It should not be a rival. We don't want rivalry. We want love. We want colleagues. We want collaboration. We want brothers. We want sisters. We want unity. So it shouldn't be seen as rivalry. But in one way or another, the devil can convince people to turn the other person to become a rival, to see them as rival. even when it should not be. Can you understand? So you are not genuinely happy for the person. The person you see as rival, you are not genuinely, that is one of the signs of envy. When the person achieves something, instead of you to be truly happy for them, don't forget John. John said, I am glad to see that Jesus was successful. As I said in the last video, John was happy that Jesus was being successful in his destiny, in his calling and ministry. Another sign that this envy shows up is that you downplay the achievements either in their presence or behind them. Instead of you to say, wow, that feat, that whatever that person achieved was so great, that was so unbelievable. You just say, there's no big deal about it. He probably cheated. Somebody probably helped him. Somebody probably really support. You just find a way to downplay it. That is a sign of envy, and that is a sign of an unhealthy competition. Secretly or physically or openly, you are being envious of the person. You have developed a spirit of competition to that person. Ignorantly to the person, or the person might know. But one way or another, you have developed the spirit of unhealthy competition towards that person. You downplay their achievements, even in their presence or often behind them when they are not there. The third way that you show this envy is you spread false rumor about their reputation or achievement. You just keep telling people. It's just like also downplaying it. You keep telling people a false rumor, things you do not see, just to make it look like they should not be celebrated. You don't want the person to receive the attention or the opportunity or the privilege. You don't want the person to be looked upon with favor by others. You don't want the person to be loved and seen as a good person. You just find a way to downplay their achievement or spread false rumor. If you look at Jeremiah 18:18, I think I talked about this some videos ago. He says, then the people said, come on, let's plot a way to stop Jeremiah. We have plenty of priests and wise men and prophets. We don't need him to teach the word and give us advice and prophecies. Let's spread rumors about him and ignore what he says. Can you see? It is a plot just to stop Jeremiah. Definitely they are envious of Jeremiah. Definitely they are angry about his personality, probably because of the word of truth that he keeps telling the people to repent, that God was not happy with them. So in one way or another, they were angry and they said, we need to stop this guy. One of the ways they strategize to stop him is by spreading false rumors about him, so that people can ignore him and not believe whatever he says. Can you see? It is one of the signs of envy. Envy can develop in this form too, by spreading false rumor about a person to attack their personality or to downplay their achievement, so that people will not listen or will not look favorably upon the rival. This is one way that envy can be presented. Another way that envy can be shown is you wish the rival does not exist or should disappear. You just wish that seeing the rival just triggers this insecurity in you, and you just want to stop looking at it. You just wish they do not appear. You don't wish the person disappears. You wish the person does not exist, goes to another country, goes to another organization, goes to another wherever, somewhere else that you are not, just to make you feel comfortable. You wish the person does not exist, or you wish the person disappears. Hopefully, you don't wish the person to die, disappear from the face of the earth. At a point, Cain could not withstand it. He wished the brother could disappear from the face of the earth, and he materialized his plan. He killed his brother just to feel comfortable, because he could not bear the success of God accepting the brother's sacrifice and rejecting his. Can you see? You wish the person does not exist, or that the person should not be close to you, or the person should not be so in your vicinity that you will be able to see their success or just see their joy and happiness. You cannot credit the person for his or her support for your success. Maybe this person, you work with the person and you collaborate one way or another, and this person has helped you in one way or another for you to achieve whatever you want to achieve, your goals. But it is so difficult for you to give credit to that person, like, oh, I did this, and I got this success, but this person also helped me also. I thank you. Help me thank this person. The person also was helpful. It is so difficult for you to give that person that credit. It doesn't mean the person will take the whole credit for the achievement you have had, but one way or another, it is nice and rewarding to validate the efforts of the person. But because of the spirit of unhealthy competition, it is hard for you to validate or give credit to that person. Oh, this person also helped me. Even though I did most of the work myself, but I really value the help this other person rendered. Can you see? That is how it should be. That is where collaboration, the spirit of collaboration should be, not the spirit of envy, not the spirit of unhealthy competition. So those are one of the ways envy manifests itself. If you look at that James 3:16, it says, "For where you have envy and selfish ambition, there you find disorder and every evil practice. For where you have envy and selfish ambition." Can you see? This leads us to the second point or second sign of unhealthy competition: wrong motive. Wrong motive. That is another second sign of unhealthy competition. If you are competing with someone you call your rival, your motive is not right. You have a selfish ambition in you. That is one way you can also develop or a sign of an unhealthy competition. Instead of you collaborating, your own goal, your motive is to outrun that person. Your motive is to become more successful than that. The person becomes your focus. Instead of you, let's say, for example, you have two actors. You have two actors that act a movie. One is focused on another just to win the award, the next award, and all that. So the other person is his focus or his or her focus all the time, while the other one is just acting because he or she loves acting. He or she wants to entertain the audience. Can you see? The motives are different. One is doing it out of love, out of calling, out of ministry, out of making people happy, out of entertaining the audience, out of turning the mood of the others, of the viewers, into a good mood, out of leading them from depression. He is seeing it as a calling, as an assignment, as a mission. But the other one is more focused on this other one, so that I can just outrun him. I can beat him to this award, so that I can get more person, more view, more backup, more contract. Can you see? One is selfish. The other is selfless. One is about people to serve others. The other one is about overcoming or getting better results than the other one. Can you see? That shows the motive. That is a sign of unhealthy competition. The motive of of you wanting to be successful determines if the competition is healthy or not. Is it just to outrun and win this person? And when you have that spirit, you develop the enemy, the devil, gives you ideas on how to win by all means, and mostly by dubious ways. But if your focus is to build the kingdom, if your focus is to impact people, if the motive is loving what you do, out of love, it makes you happy, it heals your spirit and soul, it makes you better, it gives you peace of mind, and it blesses other people, it blesses humanity. That is the right motive. The inspiration should be love, loving humanity and impacting humanity. But if it is selfish ambition, I want to be the most successful, I want to be the best, it's just about you, that can be a sign of an unhealthy competition. When you are competing with a rival, but the goal of the competition is not for you to develop yourself and become a better person and become a better calling in your calling, so that we all can serve humanity better. But the goal is to outrun that person. Then it is a wrong motive. If you look at Philippians 1, 15 to 19, it says, "It is true that some," this is Paul speaking, "it is true that some are preaching out of jealousy and rivalry, But others preach about Christ with pure motives. 16, they preach because they love me, they love him. For they know he has been appointed to defend the good news. 17, those others do not have pure motives as they preach about Christ. They preach with selfish ambition. It doesn't have to do with Christianity or whatever. It is a principle of life. It could be in the mosque. It could be in your business. It could be in your family. It could be in your community. Whatever you do, some do it out of rivalry and competition. Some do it because they have selfish ambition. If we continue with that 17, it says, not sincerely, intending to make change more painful for him. These people are preaching just to attack Paul. They are not doing it because they really love Christ or they want to preach the gospel of Christ. 18, but that doesn't matter. Whether their motives are false or genuine, the message about Christ is being preached either way. So I rejoice and I will continue to rejoice. Can you see? It is very important. If you look at 1 Thessalonians 2, 4-6, 1 Thessalonians 2, 4-6, it says, for we speak as messengers approved by God to be entrusted with the good news. Our purpose is to please God, not people. He alone examines the motives of our hearts. 5, never once did we try to win you with flattery, as you well know. And God is our witness that we were not pretending to be your friends just to get money. So here, he is saying that money is not their motive. Money is not their motive. 6, as for human praise, we have never sought it from you or anyone else. So someone else's motive also can be human validation. People praising you. It's not about God praising you. It's not about God acknowledging what you do. It's not about the validation of God, but the validation of people. The more views you have, the more followers you have, that becomes the priority. That becomes the ambition. That becomes selfish ambition. Because the more views, the more money you probably make. But the goal should be God validating what you are doing. Are you doing what God commanded you to do? Are you fulfilling the mandate God has placed on your life? Are you doing what the calling God has set you to do? This should be the motive, not human praise, human validation, or money. I will stop here. And in the next video, I will talk about the solution to this kind of temptation. It is a temptation and anyone can fall into it. Even if you are somebody that is more successful can envy someone that is not as successful. It is possible. Saul was a king when he was envying David, who was just a little boy that won Goliath. But because people were praising David, Saul became jealous. Can you see? It doesn't mean that the person you are envying is always better than you. No, it's a lack mentality. You just find one thing or another that you think you don't have, and the other person has it. It could be the person's family. That's one thing. It could be the gift of speaking. It could be dressing up. Whatever. You just find one thing that person has that makes you feel that you don't have it, and then envy starts. Even if you are physically richer, financially richer than the other one, it doesn't matter. But you just find once the enemy just gives you one reason to not be contented with what you have and to believe that the other person has it. And because the other person has it, you don't have it. It's crazy, isn't it? All right, I will stop here. I don't want the video to be too long. I hope you have an amazing week ahead and the rest of November. I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.